affects your prayer for them. Because if you in your mind they're on the other side of the moon, you're not going to pray for them. And if you do, it's not going to be deep prayer. You know. And if you don't understand that different is okay. In other words, they dress according to my culture. Well, that doesn't mean they're funny. They just mean they're very different. Okay? Men in North Africa wear galabeahs. It's a one-piece gown. They just slip over, you know, and it goes down to their ankles, you know. And I've worn them. They're very comfortable. They're very cool in the hot weather. But yet most Americans see them and they call them a man dress and laugh about it. And to me, that's extremely stupid. And I use that word intentionally. Stupid. You sit there and laugh and make fun of somebody because they don't dress like you. I mean, teenagers do stuff like that. Right. You know? But yet I see ministers and I go, why? You know, it's just, but see, the reason that's important to think about is if I'm so busy making fun of you because of the way you dress, how seriously am I going to think about reaching you with the gospel? Not too much. And how funny do you think I look dressing the way I do compared to what they're used to? You go into North Africa and everybody's dressed like that but you. Who's funny? Who looks funny? You know, I had a Yankee friend. Another thing I don't admit much. I had a Yankee friend I went through A&M with. You know, and he was always honking on Texas. You know, and one day he said, "Y'all talk funny." I said, "No, you're from Pennsylvania. You're in Texas. You talk funny. If I go to Pennsylvania, then I'll talk funny. When you're down here, you're the one that talks funny, not me." You know, but he didn't realize me. That's what I'm talking about. Different should be interesting. You know, so what is it like wearing one of those? So I bought one, and I started wearing it for a while, and frankly, it's enjoyable. You know, because it's really comfortable. It's really cool when it's hot. So it's not just playing games and I know more than you know and all that silly stuff. We need to understand these things because it affects our prayer. It affects our effort. You know, if these people are so different from me, my natural reaction, our natural reaction is not to want to be with them. You're just uncomfortable around them. You just kind of avoid it. Right? And we all do that. How can you minister to them when you got that attitude? How can you live life with them when you really don't even want to be with them? Kind of like, you know, a lot of white churches live door to door. I mean, maybe y'all do too. Door to door, yes, we're here, we love you, we want to tell you the gospel. We don't love you. We're never going to come back here. I think that's Jonathan. We're never going to see you again. That's right. But that's what we do. You're right. If you love me, you will spend time with me. That's it. You want to know more about me. You know, the same old mistake guys make on dates. You know, all they want to do is talk about themselves. Okay. Instead of showing interest in the woman they're with, right? Right. Okay? So how many times do we avoid those people who are different in those situations who are different? Because it just makes me uncomfortable and it's all about me. And if I'm not comfortable, I'm not going to go. If I'm not there, then I'm not learning. I'm not ministering. They're not getting to know me. So you gotta live life with them. All right. Now, hermeneutics, Bible interpretation. As we get into the scripture part of the course, which we already have a little, and we'll continue some more. If we realize, like those of you who were here last week, we really got into some good stuff on what is the Bible story all about, right? Right. Okay. Now, if the very backbone of the whole Bible story is God going about the world, doing the Missio Dei, and accomplishing this mission we call God's global plan of redemption, then how should we interpret the Bible? same way. If that's what the story's about.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we have the story of Judah and Tamar, then how are we to approach that story? How are we to interpret that story in the context as part